Thanks for tuning in. Our study, which is still ongoing, focuses on postpartum depression and anxiety among young mothers in Canada. Postpartum depression, PPD, and postpartum anxiety, PPA, are mental health conditions with significant implications on maternal health, functioning, and maternal-child interaction. PPD is characterized by persistent low mood or a major depressive episode occurring within 6 months of delivery, and PPA involves excessive worry, tension, and intrusive thoughts. Approximately 23% of mothers recently surveyed by Statistics Canada reported symptoms of PPD or PPA shortly after giving birth. A greater proportion of mothers under the age of 25, 30%, reported having these symptoms, versus only 23% of mothers ages 25 or older. Several factors may contribute to the age-related disparity in PPD or PPA prevalence. Younger mothers may face more psychosocial challenges, such as social isolation, lack of a committed partner, an unwanted pregnancy, and the unfamiliarity of private parenting. They must reconcile their potentially fragile, still developing prenatal identity with that of a mother. An earlier pregnancy is also linked to lower socioeconomic status and can negatively impact higher educational attainment and career aspirations. Factors that increase the risk of developing postpartum mental health conditions are often the same factors associated with earlier pregnancies. For instance, victims of sexual and physical violence are more likely to become young mothers. A retrospective cross-sectional study is being conducted using data from the Statistics Canada Survey on Maternal Health 2018-2019. Participants were surveyed 5 to 13 months postpartum using self-report scales. An abbreviated Edinburgh Postnatal Depression Scale, EPDS, was used to screen for PPD, and the GAD-2 was used to screen for PPA. Descriptive statistics will display various independent variables that characterize participants. Correlational analyses will be used to test for the presence of a linear relationship between age and EPDS scores, age and GAD scores, as well as any correlation between EPDS and GAD scores. Logistic regressions will be conducted to determine whether age group is significantly associated with screening positive for PPD or PPA. Further logistic regression models will be constructed to explore the demographic, clinical, and psychosocial factors that predict screening positive for PPD or PPA in younger mothers and older mothers for more detailed comparisons. While we have not yet extracted our results from the data analyses, here are some preliminary findings published by Statistics Canada on attributes associated with mothers with PPD or PPA. Note that the data are not stratified by age group, as that is the basis of the analysis we are working on. Here, a higher proportion of mothers with PPD or PPA reported having psychiatric comorbidities, thoughts of self-harm, and concerns and treatments for mental health since the birth of their child. A lower proportion of mothers with PPD or PPA rated themselves as having very good to excellent mental health compared to mothers without PPD or PPA. We expect to find that younger mothers with PPD or PPA would be associated with greater EPDS and GAD scale scores, single marital status, lower educational attainment, poor self-rated life satisfaction and health measures, the presence of psychiatric comorbidities, more frequent thoughts of self-harm, and poorer help-seeking behaviors. Older mothers with PPD or PPA are expected to have some associations with these factors, but with fewer of statistical significance. This study hopes to identify at-risk groups, such as younger mothers, to target for PPD and PPA screening, prevention, and management. Understanding the correlates of PPD or PPA can inform public health measures, as well as prenatal, perinatal, and postnatal clinical practices. It will highlight the gaps in existing supports to design and implement interventions tailored to meet the needs of vulnerable mothers. Thanks so much for listening.